דיני ושמיני רבה, ושמיני עצרת ושמחת Torah. Yesterday we learned Siman Zion, and the question came up that he says over here that those shuls that have a minig that after their kafas, remember the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, as I said yesterday, was an Ashkenaz, and Ashkenaz only made hakafas on Tzimos Torah, not on Shmini Atzeres. So he says that the shuls that have a minig, which is not the Lubavitch minig, that they after they put back the Sefer Torahs, so they take out one Sefer Torah and they read in Parshas Zayis Bracha, they call up three people. And then it says that also the vote V'yesh Mekaymis Sheneg and Likresh B'Parshas Nedarim. So we were questioning yesterday what is the meaning of Parshas Nedarim. The words Parshas Nedarim means the Parsha in the Torah that talks about Nedarim, which would be Parshas Matos. And Parshas Matos says that talks about making a neder and a yachal devorei, and when you can cancel it and when you can't cancel it, so on and so forth. So I showed yesterday that this idea of the Nedarim really is in the big Shulchan Aruch. The big Shulchan Aruch, there's the big words is the Beis Yosef, and the little words is the Ramah. So in the Ramah, it does not say, it says the word Hanedarim Shabbatayra. It doesn't say Pashas, it says Hanedarim Shabbatayra. And I saw it yesterday that the Mishnah Berurah explains that what does it mean Hanedarim Shabbatayra? It means there's certain Pashas in the Torah that are more appealing to people, so to say. People would like to have that aliyah. So, I remember there was a I got it saw yesterday on the I think on COL or what. There's the Rosh Yeshiva from Chaim Berlin. His name is
Baron
Shechter. That he's very sick, and you should say Tillim for him. Aaron Shechter was a Chaim Berlin Talmud, and the head of Chaim Berlin was Rabbi Hutner. And Rabbi Hutner, as he felt like a Rebbe, he was a Polisher. He learned in Litvish yeshivas, and they say that he had also a chavrusa with the Rebbe. They used to meet in the house, I think in the Groner house. The Groners, Label Groner's father, there was a Mordechai Groner, lived on Hopkinson in Brownsville.
But later in Crown Heights also, he said.
That was later. They moved to Park, but before the Rebbe came to America, they lived in Hopkinson. Brownsville was there were a few neighborhoods, so the Yiddish neighborhoods. One Yiddish neighborhood was in the east side, and one neighborhood was in Brownsville, and one was in Williamsburg. In fact, the popular saying is a little bit of the history of the early 1900s, that there were three very popular shtiblach in New York. The three popular shtibel was on the east side. There was a shtibel that they called the 99 It was on a street called Attorney Street. So it was 99 Attorney Street. They called it the 99 And in Brownsville, they went the Rei Mahuvim. The Rei Mahuvim that's over here on Carroll and Schenectady is an offshoot of the Rei Mahuvim. That's when Brownsville fell apart. So they moved and they bought that building over there, and they had the Rainbow Hoven. And in Williamsburg there was the Polish Stiebel. There is a Polish Stiebel still in Williamsburg. I'm talking about the original Polish Stiebel. When they built the BQE, so there was a street called Division Avenue. And on Division Avenue, there was a division between Keep and Rodney. There was the Polish Stiebel, and there was the Beis Yaakov was there, the elementary Beis Yaakov was there, and there's a third central place, which was four Svarim store. Out in floor, had a Svarim store over there, and in fact he even had a little printing press in the store, and he was the first, I think, maybe not the first, but he printed a Tikkun Leil Shavuos, and he used to have an advertisement. He had posters in Williamsburg saying, "Out in floor zok, jeder Yid darf mal Tikkun." Then later he had a son, Yitzchak Floor, who had a store here in Crown Heights, and afterwards they moved the store to Borough Park. So Rabbi Hutner, it's a good prophet. He said Mamorim and a lot of things about him, but there's letters from him with the Rebbe. With a lot of, it seemed that they had a kesher between them, and he used to look for his talmidim, for his prime talmidim. He used to look for rich shidduchim. So Rabbi Aaron Schechter was one of his prime talmidim. And so he got married. There was a Yid here in Crown Heights that lived on the block between New York and Brooklyn. I forgot whose house it's now. But it's a house like with an iron dome like in front of it. And
it's Menachem Shagala.
So that house belonged to a Yid by the name Reichtung. Reichtung was a Yid, a big Gevir, that used to daven in the Empire Stiebel, but he would come here every year. His wife davened here, but he davened in the Empire Stiebel, and Aaron Schechter was his Aiden. He'd come here every year to Parshas Toldos. And he liked that they used to give him an aliyah in Parshas Toldos. And there's a pasuk over there that when Yitzchak gave the brachos to Yaakov, and Esav came in, and he said that your brother came here, and I gave him the bracha. His name was Baruch Reichtung, so he liked that aliyah. He used to come here. So, all right.
Now we need
so people like certain aliyahs. So that's the pshat of Parshas Nedarim, which we gave yesterday the honor to Rabbi Koopman to even read the Mishnah Brura. Didn't read it loud enough, but that's what the Mishnah Brura said.
We can do it over again.
Are those Mishnahs?
The question is, aber wie kommt such a, in every print that I saw, steht Parshas Nedarim, even with Nekudas. I said the Chayr should be Parsha Yois Nedarim, the Parsha that you read Nedarim. So I once had a hezbollah to taka the Parshas Nedarim. What's the hezbollah? The Friedrich Rebbe once said that he was speaking about Hakafas, and he said that there's a Maimer Ha'olam that a Yid once came to Hakafas, and the Yid had no shaykhs at all. I mean, he heard simplest Torah, it's a happy yontif, so someone said to him, "What are you doing here? Wie kommst du da?" what are you doing? So his answer was, as my brother is a simcha, soll es gut freien. That's it. So the Friedrich Rebbe said that it's not, if he said kommt aus, according to that word, kommt aus, that it's not your simcha. It's just that your brother is making a simcha, no? So you're mesameach with your brother. But if it wasn't your brother, you wouldn't come all together. So it's really your brother's simcha, and you're just hooking yourself onto it. So the Friedrich ever said that that's not the inyan of hakafas. The inyan of hakafas, Persian hakafas means a circle. Because you go around the shul, so like there's a Mishnah in Bava Basra, Hamakif es chaveiroi misholish v'chayser. Someone built a fence around his property, and he's also protecting his neighbor's property. So there's a shayla what you have to pay towards the expenses. So that's the type. Hakafas means, like I said, going around. The Friedrich ever said that hakafas, in addition to meaning going around, it also is something entirely different. It's from the Lashon, in Pirkei Avos, is from Hachem b'ni makif. What's that? Hachem b'ni makif? It means the storekeeper gives credit. It's a different thing. So the Friedrich ever said that hakafas means the Eibusher gives credit. Hagam, a whole year you didn't learn. Other coming now means like you're buying, you buy, but you don't know what to pay because you didn't learn a whole year. So you're taking it on credit. So Melech Ufizeh fits the Inya Parshas Nadarim, because if you're accepting credit, it's like you're making a neder. So therefore we read Parshas Nadarim to tell the people that it's not just that it's a freilich chazach, but you have to know that you're making a neder, you're makif now, you're taking a loan, a credit, and you have to pay the credit. So it fits the Lashon Parshas Nadarim. Okay, now we'll go back over here to the Shulchan Aruch. So we're up to Ches, I said. The Yom Simchas Torah.
Why don't we have both days like we have Sveik Diyema? Why don't we do hakafas in the daytime on Shmini Atzeres like we do on Simchas Torah?
Because we yaitzu with the night. I mean, the Emes says even on Simchas Torah, the hakafas at night is not the same as the hakafas during the day.
Yeah.
The main hakafas is at night. We go 7 times around. And our minute, during the day, we only go 3.5 times around. So you see, it's not the main hakafas is at night. She says, "B'yom Simchas Torah, during the day of Simchas Torah, Mergin b'haba mekaymis." There's a minhag in many places. Shekahanim moisim kapayim b'tfilah shachas. By davening, you always by shachas you say bichas kayanim. So, but we don't duchen by shachas, we duchen by musaf. So he says that the minhag is in many places that they duchen in the morning. Why do they duchen in the morning? V'lei b'musaf, and the reason is, he said mishum the b'musaf yesh shash shikras. The hakafas is after shachas. That's when you say Alta Reisa in the morning. So we do the whole hakafas then in the morning. So the minhag is people want to be in a spirit, simultaneous spirit. So in all the shuls there's a kiddush. You can make kiddush after shachas. So in all shuls before the hakafas there's like a hapsaka, and during the intermission people make kiddush. The din is that a shikha can't duchen. So therefore, they don't wait till Musaf, because by Musaf he already drank mashka already and everything. So therefore they duchen in the morning, so there shouldn't be a shayla of shikras, because it's by Chazaras Hashatz of Shachas, which is before the Kiddush. After that, you first make the Kiddush. So then there's no shayla. The Ein Oimim B'Sei Orev, the Tfilas.
We only say that on Rosh Hashanah.
Okay. We don't say that at all.
Yeah, by Rosh Hashanah we say Avinu Malkeinu before the same lashon over there. Yeah, no, we say it also on Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur we say it, but by then, by the Welt, every time they duchen, they say V'Sorah for Nachum. But we don't say it at all.
Today became very popular. The niggin that they sing for B'Sei Orev.
Yeah.
Became a niggin that the big Gevir Rechnitz is also into music, and he was mechaber nigunim. So when his daughter got married, so he made this niggin on the words B'Sei Orev, and he brought down. The wedding was in California. It was just recently. I mean, about 3 years ago, and he brought to introduce the niggin to the Olam. So he brought down Mordechai ben David and another young singer. I don't remember the name. Huh? Moti
Steinmetz.
Okay. So these two sang the niggin, and today it became popular in every shul.
You know,
You have a sample.
you sing it in Borough Park?
Huh?
You sing it in Borough Park?
No, because it's not that they don't say it. It's
What we
about
say?
the shul.
Yeah, but the few words are the same. Just the first few words are not. After that, the same words.
No, it's not.
Avinu Malkeinu. After that,
Yeah,
Oh, really?
we don't say anything.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I was surprised what you told me.
no, because I know that in Ashkenaz City, my father's shul, we said,
And
yeah, but Avinu Malkeinu has the same
but
words.
that was an Ashkenaz.
Ketata, Kurani, Samshak,
But that was an
all those
Ashkenaz
Ketata
shul.
words are in the Avinu Malkeinu.
I said the ganze Welt says it, and the ganze Welt says it every time when they do it.
Every time they do it.
The Yom,
You lose out.
so this is all Geret by at night. Now he said the Yom Acha HaKofes, in the morning when they do the Kofes, Mishayrin Gimel Sefer Torah, you leave over 3 Sefer Torahs, Umarvin Bekruyin, the Sefer Torah Achaz B'Pasha V'Zes HaBracha, that you give a lot of aliyahs to people in Zes HaBracha, and you read Kama Pamim, Ad Ma'ina till Ma'ina Kai Kedem, and Ubesayv Kaidem Kalan Aram. And then after that, they call up all the children that are under Bar Mitzvah, they give them also an aliyah.
That's no Baal Shemini? No.
Huh?
Yeah.
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 No, the only thing we don't do in the world. Yeah, sure.
But in the Welt they put a talus. In the Welt they put a talus over the children, and I think I didn't tell them that many years.
Impossible, but in the world they read the same parsha again and again and again. By us, they read it one time and they gave 500 people aliyah in one
No,
day.
that wasn't the reason. The reason was because of the Rebbe.
Well, otherwise, we would read so many times. Our many gets to read it like that also.
Simos Torah is Michael by Svaldim. They do it in every pasha.
No, my brother doesn't let them.
By Svaldim, if they have a
make
a simcha,
yeah.
they have to give a lot of aliyahs.
Not everybody.
We, I saw it.
Yeah, but Mishma Shalom, the Federal doesn't let him do
I
that.
don't know about Shalom
That's
Beth,
his really
but
They do it in my father's shul also. They bring
I
extras.
saw it.
We read again by a regular
I saw it by
Yeah, no, they made stops
in California.
Extra
There's
stops.
a guy Lillian.
It suffers they make.
We don't make our suffers.
Right. But in the
By
world they
them,
do it.
they
Yeah.
read over again and again and
Yeah,
again
yeah,
for everybody.
yeah, that's true. But Tzarech Gadol is Tzarech Gadol.
Yes,
That's also Tzarech Gadol.
The Hanochen, the correct way how to do this is Shehagadol Shebehem Yivarech. That in other words, together with all the children, there's also one adult that has the aliyah of Kol Adam. Rasha Yishmol, V'kayden Lahem, and then after they make the bracha, after the leine, so you say Hamal Hagel Ois Mikoro Yivarech as an Adam. Achakach Kayden L'Chosan Teire. After that, there's the Chosan Teire, the one who's Messiah. Pasha Zaysa Bracham, and the Taira. The Kaira, and he reads Mima'una Ad Gemira. The Sefer Taira Hasheni, Kaira Chasam Bereshus. The Oimim Chosri Kaddish. Then between, that finishes the Kri of the day. So between that and the Mafta, so you say Chosri Kaddish. The Kairin, the Shlishi Mafta. V'noigim b'haba mekaymis, in many places, the dagdek, likreis l'chosan Torah adam chashuv, v'afilu misha ola kvar, the pasha zesa bracha, even if the person had already an aliyah, so still, you give him mikol makom oigel l'chosan Torah, oigel l'chosan breishus.
Did the Rebbe yet?
The Rebbe used to take chosan breishus, but in the Welt, the Rav gets Chosan Taira. You see, he says over here that you call the Kairin, the Chosan Taira, Adam Chashuv. I once told a story that there was a big Gevir in a city who was a bissel weit from Taira in Yerushalayim, that he used to come some Taira to shul, and they gave him Chosan Taira. So one time, a Yid in the shul didn't like the idea, and he says to the Rav, it's a bizayon to give this Yid Chosan Taira. Wie kommt zu Chosan Taira? A whole year he doesn't come to shul. So the Rav said to him, a whole year he doesn't come to shul? A bizayon is a esht. He's fit for Chosan Taira. She said to him, he says to the Rav, why is he fit? He says, there's a minig by Yidden that a Chosan, the week, the Lubavitch has them, others are just the week of the Chasana, but the week of the Chasana, a whole week before, the Chosan doesn't see the color. That's a popular minig. He says, the Taira is the color of Kal Yisrael. He says, wer kommt nicht an der Kala, a ganz Jahr, is a gara from a Chosan. So then he says,
Yud. Chayzin b'kalei.
Noigin, שהחוסן תיירה והחוסן ברשס, נוידים נדובס, וקיירים לכל מעריהם, ואויסם משתה, ושמחה לסיומה של תיירה. Ulas the Isa b'Medrash, because there's a Medrash that says Vayova Yishalayim by the binyan of the Beis Hamikdash. So the Chanukas Habayis was during Sukkot. So state over there that Vayova Yishalayim B'fnei Arayim B'ris Hashem Vayas Mishta L'chol Avodav. Omar Rabbi Yitzchak used to said, Mikan, from here you learn Shois and Surah, the Gemara Shotaira. And we cover the Gemara Shotaira, you make a Surah. Okay.
Just a question like that.